Hello everyone, it's Caribbean and Tina.
Hi.
Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day and that your day is going great as ours and that you are in the best of health.
Yes, with health, as always, being most important. Today we're going to cover a topic that we get a lot of emails on and a lot of things in the comments below. And that is what? Overstay fees. So we are going to go over what does that entail? What do overstay fees mean? Will I be allowed back? And the most important question, help, I can't find the chart anywhere. I don't know how much I owe. So today we're going to do it all. We're just going to knock it all out. So here we go. First thing is, let's start by telling everyone what is an overstay fee, because a lot of people ask that. So an overstay fee means that you have overstayed your visa beyond the day set forth by the stamp you received from the country of entry. Now, if we're talking about Dominican Republic, which we are because that's where we live, the Dominican Republic gives you, when you buy your plane ticket, a 30-day stay in the country. No penalties. But if you stay one day over, meaning if you're 31 days, you fall into the overstay fee penalty. So let's start with that. You come in, you're at the airport, the immigration officer stamps your passport, you're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, you can't wait to start your vacation, but you stayed one day over 30. Now what? Oh no, people panic. Trust me, it's not a big deal.
Right? It's not a big deal.
You just pay your fee. So what is the fee? Well, 31 days, meaning one day over that 30-day period that they gave you free, makes you fall into the very first category. That first category goes from 31 days to 3 months. That is 2,500 pesos. Now, when you convert that, currently the currency rate is
58.3 to $1 American dollar.
So 58. So you get 58 pesos for $1 American dollar. So the conversion on that 2,500 would be $43 USD, United States dollars. Dollar bill, y'all, if y'all are from the United States. The next category after that is going to be 1 day past 3 months, meaning 3 months and a day. So when you hit that, you have now entered into the 3 to 9 month category. That is 4,000 pesos or $69 USD. Good old Ben Franklin. The next category after that is going to be your 9 to 12 months, and that will lead you into 5,000 Dominican pesos, which is $86 USD.
It's not a big deal. It's not not a crazy thing. Nothing you'd be worried about. Just make sure that you're aware of that when you arrive at the airport.
Yes, and we inserted the chart, so feel free to rewind and play back, pause, take a photo of that chart. Those fees have not changed in I don't know how many years. And if they change, of course, the Dominican government will let you know. So the chart goes all the way, if you noticed, to 10 years. Why 10 years, Eric?
Because once you be here for 10 years, you automatically are considered a resident. You just got to file the paperwork.
Yes. Meaning, if you have stayed consecutively, you got off that plane, you stayed here 10 years, you loved it so much you never left anywhere. Then you start filling out whatever preliminary paperwork they need, and you're on your way to becoming a permanent resident.
Right.
But anytime you get on board of a plane, a train, an automobile, anything that takes you off the island, basically, because we've got boats and we've got planes.
Right.
If you get off the island and that immigration stamps your passport, your process is going to start all over again from day one. So then your next point of entry, you will begin again with the 30 days. So a lot of people say to us, another question that we get a lot is, well, should I just run every 30 days to Puerto Rico? I can do it for a day. First off, you can't get to Puerto Rico in a day.
Unless you're going to swim and you
yeah. Good luck with that. But on the boat, it takes a day just to get there. And if you're to fly, they reroute you, meaning there's no direct flight, unfortunately. What they do is most of the big carriers, because again, like you said, they want to pack them all in. They want to make the most money. They take you and they send you where?
To Miami.
Yep. And then Miami to?
Puerto Rico.
And by the time you do all that with layovers, you definitely are about 10, if you're lucky, 9, 8, but enough hours that you're not going to get there and back. It's not even worth it, because why spend all that money if you're just going to turn around and go right back?
And go right back. It's just a waste.
Puerto Rico's fun. Stay a while. You'll like it. But another thing that people say is that their fear, I told you, I think it's the fear. Okay? So now you're headed to the airport. Oh my God, I've stayed a day over. What do I do, Eric?
What you do when you get to the airport is that you make sure that you got either a credit card or also Dominican pesos, whatever you may have, to pay the overstay fees, because they're definitely going to be asking you when you get to immigration.
Yes, so the best thing I can say is be totally transparent. We've stayed over, and then we went to Puerto Rico, and we went to Miami. We've had overage fees. So what we do is we always make sure that we have our passport open to the last stamp that we had upon entry. We tell them that we know we have to pay overstay fees, and we look at the chart. So the chart that I put on there, we take a look at it so that we know ahead, because remember, knowledge is power, and you might come across that one worker that day that doesn't know the fees. And it turns and asks you, like they asked me at the port, and I was like, I thought they knew.
Yeah, me
so
too.
luckily I had written down how much I owed, and I was prepared to pay that. What can you not do? Well, what you can't do at the ferry is you cannot pay with a credit card. It has to be all cash. So it's best to know how much you're going to owe, because you're going to have to pay it all in Dominican pesos. They do not accept a credit card, bank card, or anything like that. But at the airports,
the airport, you can pay with credit card or Dominican pesos.
There you go. So when you're being transparent and telling them, hey, by the way, I know I owe overage fees. Where do I pay that? They will direct you either from the counter when you get your ticket. They'll tell you to tell the immigration person, who definitely is going to check your passport anyway before you go through security. You'll then pass through security, and then they will take you to either a separate line or a separate room. So don't freak out. You're not going to be interrogated. They're not going to get, like on Soul Plane, the cavity check. They ain't doing that. They're just taking you over there so that they can ask why you stayed and to get the payment. Because really, what do they all care about?
Hey, they really care about that Dominican peso. That's what they care about.
Exactly.
That's all about the money, baby. All about the money.
Right. So be prepared. Know your amount. Use the chart. Be transparent, like we were. They said, hey, why'd you stay? We said the first time, well, we were looking for a place to live. And they were like, cool. You're going to move out here? Because honestly, all they really want to do is have a conversation because they're bored.
Right.
And you may run into somebody either at the ticket counter or at the actual door before you go in through security that the person does not speak English. Don't freak out. Just say, someone speak English, please, and they will get someone who can translate, because there's always someone on duty that speaks English, so that they can translate so that they can get their money.
Right. Because I tell you what, they will get their money. Whether you speak Swahili or whatever you speak, they're going to make sure they find somebody speaking English and make sure, because that money going to the government.
Yes. So don't be scared. It's easy. Have your money ready. Have your form of payment. Know how much you owe. Get to the airport. Don't worry about staying over, and enjoy Dominican Republic for as long as you need to.
And don't be freaked out when you get to the airport, okay? Yeah. Everything is good. Everything is calm. Just understand, the overstay fees if you stayed over, and just make sure you give yourself enough time getting to the airport so you can take care of those fees and you don't have to freak out.
Yes, because come on, you're not the first, you're not going to be the last.
So, in the meantime, between the time, always remember that life is to be enjoyed.
Yes, so make sure to always hit that subscribe, Hit notifications if you'd like to get notified on videos like this. Give this and all videos a thumbs up because it helps us help you by changing that algorithm and helping us to bring you good content. Remember, hitting that subscribe and hitting that thumbs up is the free and easy way to patron the channel. And as always, all information is underneath the videos. If you're thinking about coming down and you'd like to get a little peace of mind through a one-on-one consultation via phone or video.
So, until next video, peace.